can write many exercises and projects as we want. This is the first exercise and project we are going to write about for. I'm really excited to write it. It's really easy. Write a Python function that calculates the sum of all even numbers in a given list. All even numbers in the given list. For example, let's say we has an input. A is equal to input. Input, it's okay. The input is giving us list. Please enter numbers. We have our input. For example, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. The numbers are even. And it wants us to print 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. How we can do it with 4? It's really easy, but it's some kind of tricky. We need to know something from the past. Do you remember anything about a split? We talked about what it do. Let's run it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What is going to give us? A. When we run A, it's going to give us list. Okay, now let's write the program function. We need to create input. First we need to create input. Okay. Second, we need to, after input, we need to create what? We need to create output. And third, we need to create algorithm. Algorithm. I write it wrong in grammar. A spell check, I know, but it's not important. This is the input. Now we need to create output. And in the output, we print the sum of your number is, and here we put the sum. The code is going to crash because we didn't define anything about what is sum is. But let's say we here create a sum equal it to, for example, 5 to see just the logic. The logic is great and I love it. Now let's try to create the code. How we can do that? We need to, let's write some for. We need to use for x in A. So you may ask what it gives us. I don't know too. Let's print x. For x in A, print x. Let's see what it gives us. It gives us the numbers that they are in x. When we say for x in something, it's going to give us all the things in that list or strings are. Okay, we have all the numbers. What we are going to do? We are going to create sum out of the list. Out of the 4. Why I don't teach you all the functions about 4 and the problems and blah 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 before starting exercises? Because yes, learning by exercise the best. The key phrase for doing this project is that you know that where you must create your variables. For example, let's say we create a sum here and say every time it put a sum and add x to it. Okay, it's going to work. Let's run it. What is the problem? Why is it problem? It says you can sum int with str. Why? X is integer. Str, we change the format and then sum it. Now when we print the sum, it's going to give us 26 number. Is it right or wrong? The number is right, but something you must forgotten. Let me just change the sum name with Sue. What is going to happen? The code is crashing. Why? Because it's important before using a variable in a loop. This is some loop-like variable. You say the Sue is equal to Sue. you must create a variable passed to the code to work right. Because of that, we are going to create a sum equal to 0. Now we run it, and the sum is going to be 26 and easily. The sum is 6. Why is it happening? We can check it by printing sum here. Let me just cut this line. Why is it happening? Because here we equal the sum to 0, and here we sum it to x, for example 0 to 1, and then print 1, and when we go back we again make the sum equal to 0. So what we are going to do, we are going to just put the sum out of the for. And now what's happening? You see the sum is working great, and when we run it, the answer is great because 1 equal to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is equal to 21. Now we need to just stack the code together. Let me just copy that as introductions, for example. Input and input. It's not important how many space line you use. It's the important thing is that your code is going to be beautiful and readable to everyone else. Okay, now let's run it. For example, let's give it 5, 9. It's going to give us 14. See? Now let me just delete this. Let it give us 10,000. You see? The code is working great. This is the first exercise of the 4. We are going to do more exercise in the next lesson. Until then, don't forget to like and subscribe.